Hello. I'm I'm sitting around doing a whole lot of nothing. Uh, Let me just pull it up. Oh, I gotta. Oh, you know. Okay, yeah. So it's looking fine. I'm saying I'm gonna play some Sword Art Online. There we go. Alright, gonna try out SAO. Oh, hello?
Hello.
I'm trying out Sword Art Online.
You're trying out what?
Sword Art Online.
Sorta?
Yeah, yeah.
What's that?
It's a game that Kiara really likes.
Oh.
I'm streaming it.
Oh, why is my camera on?
I saw that.
No, you didn't. You so you ain't seen
You ain't slick.
nothing.
Uh,
Okay. Twitch. Let's see.
it's
But I'm not.
this is goofy. I think it's goofy, but he basically like it's while this one I think it's like his consciousness gets uploaded to the game, and if he dies in there, he dies in real life.
Oh.
I got no idea.
Sword Art Online. Also,
I don't know why I'm
dude,
playing it. I just feel I just don't know what to play right now. Okay, so like here I here I am. How's your day?
it was just a lot of building. I washed the doggies. Also peed on the carpet right in front of my grandma.
Did
It's
you beat his
awful.
ass?
I did. I did beat his ass. And then I put him outside and I yelled at him. He was just being a menace today. Then we were building, he was all in the way, trying to cuddle with people. We had like tools around us. So I'm like, bro, go away.
Yeah. I
I'm not
think I'm
happy.
gonna do this, which skips the beginning, which is the show, which I haven't seen, but I don't want to go through a lot of cutscenes. You know what I mean?
I'm probably not where you're at though. Cause you know how it lags.
Yeah, there's delay.
It
I don't
lags.
know how bad the delay is.
Can they hear me on your stream?
Yeah.
Oh snap. That's okay. That's okay.
Don't worry, just tell them about how great I am. I'm kidding.
He's so nice and sweet, and he's more.
Okay, so here's where we're starting. What the fuck? Alright, so apparently his best friend in the game gets turned into a sword that he uses to fight the god of their world.
A sword has wings.
Yeah, it's supposed to be his friend who got turned into a sword.
Is this an anime? Oh, hold on. Is this an anime game?
Yeah.
My goodness. Why don't they ever draw nostrils?
Because nostrils aren't attractive. You want to see someone's big old face holes? The only face holes I care about are the eyes. Alright, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, technically, the eyes aren't a hole unless the eyeball is gone.
I think eyes are the most attractive part of a person. Like facially.
Yeah,
Other than like if they
true.
are aesthetically like just like beautiful. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
But eyes are the consistency in like human faces that like look good.
where they say the eye is the
The
doorway to the soul or something. But
yeah,
it's not doorway.
it's the it's like a vision to the soul.
Now I have to Google it.
Alright, Kirito. Yeah.
Hooray.
I can't lock on. Uh-huh.
Oh, eyes are the window to the soul.
Yeah.
Window.
Dang it. Who even likes Windows?
Okay.
Kind of a goofy game. Hey man.
I'm playing Block Doku. I was watching your stream, but I can't follow most of it.
Why not?
Because I don't understand anything. I'm just like, also,
yeah.
I'm just bad at it. But it's okay.
Don't worry, all you gotta know is I'm a wiener. Yeah. If you made block Doku like Tetris, would it be called Tetris Doku? No, that's
Yeah.
stupid.
No, it's not, babe. It's not. Tetris Doku.
What if you had a game where each time you matched a number in Sudoku properly, you could place a block in Tetris.
Ooh. Look at that. That don't sound that bad to me.
But if
What's
you
up?
messed up, you couldn't place the block. It would go wherever it wants.
That's funny. Oh, I'm tired today.
Yeah.
My grandma doesn't let me sleep on my days off. She's always on my back.
Why doesn't your stomach let you sleep on your days off?
No, my grandma.
Oh, I see.
She's always on my back. What are you doing? Why are you doing? Wait, I'm like, girl, no, I only sleep. Remember before I used to sleep all the time. I don't sleep all the time.
Yeah, stop gaslighting. Tell your grandma that she's a gaslighter. Tell her that she needs to chill out, otherwise you're gonna pour gasoline on the fire.
Gasoline on the fire. No, when I was helping her build her thing today, I asked her to pass me something, and she's like, "No, you can get it." And it was like all the way across. And I'm like, "I'm helping you. I can leave. Like, I don't
Yeah.
need this." Anyways, I was just annoyed.
I was watching well, that's just annoying, I'll be honest. I was thinking to myself, Grandma, pass the sword. She just throws a fucking sword across the room.
Grandma passed the sword.
Yeah.
But ugh, I'm just trying to be patient with her, 'cause Maybe she's just old. Is that what old people do? They're just
They just want
annoyed
no,
you
they're
shit.
lonely. They just want attention, man.
They just want attention.
God damn, why you gotta make it? It's always about you. It's good.
Oh, what's always about?
Oh, I need this. Well, what do they need? They need you to get that right, so you can make their drawer. Come on,
Oh
get
my
with the time.
goodness. My goodness. But yeah. Today my grandma was like, "Oh, I'm so excited." You know, because I'm gonna see my grandpa about the apartment tomorrow. He's gonna talk to him.
Yeah.
And Nana was like, "I'm so excited." I'm like, "I know you are. You're excited for me to leave." And she's like, "No, don't say that." But she does feel that way because she makes comments all the time.
Yeah.
So,
My mom wants me to clean the living room.
gotta clean
Uh-oh,
it.
stinky.
Stinky poo. He did his stinky.
Oh,
My lip is hurting me.
your lip still hurts?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of all those huevos.
What does that have to do with anything?
It's a shirt dominance.
To assert dominance.
He'll think twice before he ever jumps up on the bed again.
It's okay. It was an
Who
accident.
knows what he'll lose next time?
If he does it. This is silly. Baby, better go clean the living room before your mama gets mad.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm streaming, and what am I gonna do with the stream?
It's okay.
No one's even watching. I'm kidding.
Don't streamers take breaks from streaming every once in a while to go
Yeah,
to the bathroom?
yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
fine. Go. Don't let your mom get mad at you.
誰本当に
You and me, so happy
I wanna
together.
watch. I wanna watch The Grudge together.
Oh, I forgot about that movie.
I wanna watch it together.
I don't know. I was down to watch it until I saw the preview, and then I realized it was a scary movie.
Why don't you wanna watch a scary movie?
I never liked scary movies ever since I was a kid. It's because I struggled with nightmares my whole life. I didn't want to give it a reason.
I know, but I only wanna watch it with you. I don't wanna watch it alone.
Dude, you can watch it. You have friends. I don't have friends.
I don't wanna watch it with friends. The only friend I wanna watch it with is my best friend, aka my girlfriend.
Oh, fine. We'll watch The Grudge. But not tonight. We have to do it when I get to Cody.
I know.
Because then it's gonna help me with my nightmares. Well, I guess also, but.
Also ain't a big, strong man. Okay.
Damn, I was gonna roast you just now.
You always roast me. You're like, you're not strong.
I don't say that.
You're like, you're
What?
wimpy.
I don't say that. I say I'm stronger.
I agree to disagree.
Baby, you don't think I'm stronger than you? That is just delusion.
I think I'm stronger than you.
No, I bet I'm physically stronger than you too.
No. You're gaslighting me. We can't have everyone thinking that I'm a wimp. Come on.
Oh, no, baby. It's okay. You're not a wimp. You're like Eric.
What does that mean?
It means what?
I don't get it.
You're like Eric.
Like your brother.
Yeah, my brother Eric.
Look, when push comes to shove, they're catching these hands.
Catching these eggs. Oh my god.
What's so funny, huh? You thinking about catching something?
Oh my goodness, how funny. But that's hilarious. I'm trying to imagine you actually, getting into a fight. I can't imagine it. Hopefully we would make
That's
it.
because you've never seen me in my prime. I mean, I don't really like fighting, but I think if push comes to shove, like for real, like I'll probably be able to do alright.
Yeah.
I always play through that weird fantasy of like, if somebody were to come up to, if I were behind someone or someone came up to me, would I be able to like disarm them?
Ooh, that's a good point.
And I'm like, I know how to, I know like how you disarm someone with a gun, right? You like, you hold
Babe, you don't.
the end of the gun, and and you
You
grab
don't
their
know how to
wrist.
disarm. Babe, you don't know how to disarm anyone.
I know the concept.
You knew the concept of driving and see where that got you.
Hey man, you can't judge that based off one experience.
You're saying that you know based off movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not real.
Debate. Debatable.
I'm sure it's not that easy to disarm somebody. Did you know there's like even a proper way to like hold a gun and stuff?
Yeah, there is one.
I'm like, oh, I thought you just shoot it.
No, it depends on the gun. If you're holding like a shotgun or like an assault rifle improperly, you're gonna shoot out your fucking shoulders.
But I thought that was interesting. I was like, oh.
Yeah, because also if you don't hold a gun properly, then you're just gonna recoil a lot. So you're just gonna be like, after the first shot, you're gonna be way off on your aim.
Yeah. But a gun is something that I thought would be super easy, right? But it's not. And I definitely don't think disarming someone would be as easy as you're saying it is.
I mean, I think it is.
Babe, just
No, I'm not saying that I know how to. I'm saying I think it is that easy to disarm someone. Like if you had
no.
the
Disarming someone is super risky too. Like,
it is risky, but I'm saying that if you were like if you were trained, I'm pretty sure it's like just like a two movement thing where it's like you just grab the wrist and the point of the gun.
I think they have to be in a certain position. Like, an easy way to disarm a gun is if they're pointing it or holding it too close to you.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's farther away, then you're kind of just fucked.
No, yeah, if it's farther away, then you move in, you're taking like the 50-50 shot that they just like pull the trigger.
Yeah. So it just depends, I guess. But hopefully, we'll never have to worry about
Yeah.
it. And all we have to worry about is if we have an intruder. Or
But
something.
obviously, if you're not within like hands reach of someone, you there's nothing you can do. I think the only reason disarming ever works when that happens is because the person who's holding the gun never had the conviction to kill someone.
Mm.
And sometimes people bet on that. People are like, you don't have the fucking balls to shoot me. And then they don't, and they get disarmed.
Imagine. I wouldn't. If someone, if I was holding a gun to somebody and they're like, "Bet you won't," I would shoot them right there. But like, excuse me, whose life is on the line here? Yours or mine? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, well,
You don't stash talk the gun in your bed.
people are always weird because they're like, oh, well, okay. First off, it's like they're like shoot them in a non-lethal area, and you know, like if you're a cop, they're like, oh, why don't you just shoot them somewhere else? It's like, okay, first off, you didn't really have much of a choice. But second off, even if you shoot them in the leg, there's a pretty decent chance they bleed out because there are vital areas everywhere.
Mm. Yeah, well, when you think of what's her name? Selena got shot in the shoulder, but like literally, she was so unlucky because they shot her right in a main artery,
Yeah,
and she
exactly.
bled out. But they were saying like if it was even like millimeters to either direction, she would have lived. And I'm like, fuck. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's why it's like it's
but
not
you're
as
more likely to win if you. I mean, not win. You're more likely to live if you get shot in the leg. It's just
no,
very
you're more likely, but there's still a decent
yeah.
chance that that you get like unlucky.
I
Uh,
mean, I mean, your chances are a lot higher than if you shoot someone in the
yeah,
chest
yeah.
or in the head. So I would definitely gamble for the leg if I can.
Yeah.
If I'm
It,
trying to go for like a non-lethal shot, you know?
yeah, unfortunately, well, I guess fortunately, I don't know. Some people still live through a shot in the head, which is fucking insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But that has to do with like because we don't need a lot of our brain, you know.
Babe, look, I'm stupid. That doesn't mean you could just tell me that.
What? I
uh,
missed it.
you're like, we don't need a lot of our brain. I'm like, look, I get it. I'm stupid, but that doesn't mean you can just tell me that.
Oh my god. No, I mean when people have strokes and not a lot of oxygen gets to their brain, and part of their brain dies, sometimes they're still functioning people. And it's crazy because you realize how little of your brain you actually use.
Yeah,
Losing function of your brain just sounds terrifying though.
I mean, there's so many things that sound terrifying.
Yeah.
Fucking, like, you know, when they're like gamer back, I'm like, that's terrifying. That just, you sit in the wrong position and suddenly you're screwed on your neck for life.
Gamer back?
Basically hunchback.
Is that what gamers get?
Yeah, because it's gamers notoriously have bad posture. So it's called the gamer back, where you like hunchback and your neck's fucked up. See?
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's true, babe.
I didn't know that existed. They're standing. Oof, troubleshooting. My gaming chair hurt my back. Oof,
And then
gaming back. I
I
did not know this existed.
I think another like just human bodies in general are very fragile. Like you fuck up your back anywhere, and it's just like all hell breaks loose.
Um, There's this YouTuber who does gamer hand stretches, daily back stretch routine, gamer neck stretches. What a sweet guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's important to take care of your health. You know what I'm saying?
Sitting in a chair, hunched back, staring at a screen forever is definitely unhealthy. Over after a while.
Yeah.
Since fix low back pain with gaming.
Oh my God, this guy got me a cool sword.
That's kind of cringy to me for some reason. I don't know why. Who knew?
What?
I mean, how long are they in a chair for their back to get messed up?
I mean, in modern life, a lot of time is spent on the internet.
Oh, I guess. I want to live in a world where I get away from technology.
I mean,
Rest. Feel the breeze. Babe, have you heard? Did you hear that like the water is like it's raining so much it's flooding areas? I hear one person died and two people are missing because he got carried away.
in Cali?
Mhm.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah. Well, I don't. The only reason I know is because my grandma watches the news.
I think
But
that's weird.
why do you think that's weird, babe?
I don't know. It's just fucking water, right? I'm ki-
Oh
I'm
my
kidding.
god.
Um,
Babe, you're gonna get canceled. Literally
no,
when someone died.
I'm just confused. You know what I mean? Like it barely rains in Cali, and when it does rain, it's like pouring a lot.
No, we have a lot of flood warnings here.
I thought we'd be more prepared for stuff like that, though.
Well, you probably don't have to worry about it in the city as much, but out here, babe, it floods a lot.
Really?
Yeah. And we do have to worry about it everywhere. Everywhere where there's a lot of rain and there's no drains. Like in the city, you have sewers and drains and stuff. But out here, where it's just land and the streets get really flooded, cars are stalling.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna, I was gonna say if there's not as many drains and stuff, what do you just throw your trash out in the street?
oh my god,
Yeah.
you just don't know what's going You
No.
don't know.
Can you just open more holes in the floor? Hey, water, come down here.
No, babe. No, but I even got a warning. They're saying that people near the Santa Ana River, because the Santa Ana River travels all the way over here for a lot of people need to evacuate and stuff. It's serious, babe.
Oh yeah, okay.
The water messes up the foundation of a house. It carries away the house. Like that type of stuff happens.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't know more about it.
Do you think I would?
I would, well, not. I guess I'm not that surprised. I don't know. It makes sense that you wouldn't know. I feel like the only things you know is what's going on in the streamer world.
Yeah. Typically that's like Twitter or politics.
Yeah. But the only reason I thought about it is because when I was saying I would be like more around nature. It's kind of like the downside of being in places where there's a lot of nature is natural disasters. There's
Yeah,
a lot.
it's gonna take some ingenuity.
Ingenuity.
Gonna have to have a raised home with like flood protection. I got no fucking clue, man.
Raised home don't really help when there's a flood.
I don't know what helps me.
But I mean, we plan to move to Tennessee. One of the natural disasters that they have are tornadoes.
Yeah.
So we can get somewhere that has like an underground shelter place.
Yeah. I
and that would
mean,
help.
I feel like you can't just make a really heavy building that's impossible for the tornado to live.
No, because even if it doesn't lift the entire building, it's gonna damage it.
That's true.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. It would also be kind of cool to have like a like a part of your house. I think it would be cool.
What house?
Cause have you seen the movie Twister? It's an
No.
old, it's an old movie where there's a tornado, and that's the first time I ever seen like those underground house shelter thingies.
Yeah,
And I always thought they were super cool for some reason. Like even if usually what they have in there because you go under when there's a tornado warning and they have like food and water in there to hold you off for like a few days or whatever.
yeah.
And I think that's super cool. We'll make it
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
what happened?
No, go ahead.
No, like we can make it like cool down there. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, you kind of have to have one.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny because when I hear you being like it's cool, I think about you being like I also want a nuclear bomb shelter in case Armageddon ever comes.
Nuclear bomb shelter.
You're like I gotta be ready for anything. You never know when Joe Biden's gonna destroy the world.
Nah, I don't think it would be Joe Byron.
You don't know a bit, Dark Biden.
Oh my god. What is that? Is that something the interwebs are talking about?
That's what they call when Biden makes like a decision that seems a little out of character. They give him like red laser eyes. It's
Oh my god.
it's Dark Brandon.
Oh my god. Ugh, I can't wait to leave this life. Awful. Awful.
Awful.
Yeah, I just hate politics. It's all stupid. All of it. All the polls and stuff that's been on the news. My grandma's been watching the news.
Is your
So
grandma conservative or?
my grandma's a Jehovah's Witness. We're not political. Jehovah's Witnesses are politically neutral,
Yeah.
so we don't get involved at all.
What would they do if people came after them in politics? They'd be like, I don't care.
I don't think there would be a reason for them to go for them in politics.
Yeah.
Just because it's a quote unquote like religious free country.
Yeah, no, I get it. Also, I think America is very like accepting of religion
Yeah,
because they really like it.
unless it's no religion, then they're against it. Like if you're an atheist, Americans think that's terrible.
I think atheism is well accepted amongst the younger generation,
Yeah, definitely the younger generation.
which is why I'm like, I don't know, man. Well, atheism is kind of it's kind of like I don't know. I'm atheist, but I think there's a lot of people who just like I don't know use it as a shield to bash on religion.
Yeah. I follow the XJW Reddit account a lot, and I don't know. I wonder if it's possible to not be a part of something but also not actively work against it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, people. I mean, it's kind of like that idea. I can agree with something someone says, but I don't agree with everything they say. I don't have
Right.
to agree with everything, but people feel like if you agree with one thing, you agree with all of it.
Yeah, that's the same conversation I was having with my older brother. Because I told him when I lived there that I was a feminist, and he showed me this video about a woman saying how feminism was created by the government to put women in the workforce to profit off of women, and also how feminism turned into men hating, and that they're allowing employers to ask for women only workers, and they're excluding men and hating men and saying all men should die, blah blah blah. And I told him, I was like, I agree with everything that was in that video. And just because I'm a or I don't well I told him I don't identify with all of the beliefs, which is another reason why, even though I don't want to be a Jehovah Witness anymore, I do agree with, or I do not agree with, but I think it's a good idea to be politically neutral, because I don't think that there is any point in trying to pick sides.
I mean, I think that you already know how I feel about that.
I don't. Or about specifically what which part?
That's very like defeatist attitude. Oh, there's no point in voting and this and that because nothing's gonna change. And
Oh, well, that's not why I feel that there's no point in voting.
yeah.
I think the main part, I think, well,
Well, I hear that sentimentality a lot, and I think that is very like it's very pessimistic, and it's just like it's not true. But you know,
babe, you are pessimistic though. You don't
no,
think?
I know.
But okay, this is kind of how I feel about it. It's hard for me to pick either side when both sides are doing things that I don't agree with. Which is why I feel like there's no reason, or for me personally, I'm not saying for everybody.
Yeah,
For me personally, like I can't stand by everything that everybody is doing. And so I had that conversation with Eden, and something Eden said was, well, you just pick the side that kind of mostly, goes for what you believe in or whatever, and
yeah.
and I guess that's an option, but I also just don't want to get involved. I think that it's possible for me to live my life outside of politics and what's going on. And part of me just, no matter how the world changes, I kind of just want to adapt. I don't know. A lot of people don't agree with that kind of thinking.
I think that it's not a wrong way of thinking, but it's just like well, I mean, no one's gonna stop you from thinking that way, right?
Yeah,
um, but yeah, a lot of people use that like political indifference as a defense for being like A, I'm not gonna vote, and B, I don't want to know about politics. So it's kind of like a two-handed thing where it's like it's an excuse for ignorance, but also an excuse to say that politics are bad when you don't have to. You can just be like, I don't know. I don't know, man.
I mean, to be honest, I kind of agree with that. I absolutely stand by ignorance is bliss, and I think that's 100% true. And although I find being like having like awareness like that is really helpful, a lot of it is just negative,
I
and
mean, yeah.
I just rather not. I rather not. You know, things that I find important aren't politics or what's going on outside of my life, and you know
I
that kind of
guess,
stuff just
yeah.
stresses me out, makes me unhappy. And that's kind of why I just don't want to get involved.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, um, I'm sure if you want to like vote and stuff, or that's okay.
I just think it's better for the younger generation to be politically inclined, because you don't get changed by sitting on your hands and saying you're not gonna do it.
That's true, but you haven't voted either, babe.
I know. Look, I'm not saying I'm any better. I'm literally going do as I say, not as I do. You know what I mean? Which in itself is like a pretty bad mentality. But I
Well,
mean,
it doesn't make sense coming from you if you yourself aren't doing what you're saying people should be doing.
yeah,
I mean, are you even aware of like what's going on
yeah. The only thing I
and what?
know about domestic politics is there's a giant audio leaks. And there was a bunch of racism between Mexicans and blacks, and I was like, whoa, what a surprise.
But you don't know like the props that they have going around and stuff.
Nah. I mean, I don't keep myself well learned about, domestic politics.
Hmm.
So I'm literally in the same position, essentially. Um, but I would just rather not, I would rather not have that be the way I talk, right? I don't want to be like, I don't vote because I don't want to. I just don't vote because I'm lazy. I don't know, which is maybe worse. But
I mean, I feel like you don't. You well,
it started out as me being like, I fucking hate politics. Genuinely, like, I think when I was getting out into the world, it was like 2018.
mhm,
It was like 2016 is when my history teacher was like, "Hey, you guys should go out there and vote." Because I think that's when we could start filling out the paper and being like, this is my political leaning.
mhm,
And I was like, well, I don't want to lean towards either because I think they're both dog shit.
mhm.
So I decided not to at all. Um, and I mean, ever since then, I just haven't bothered because I just I don't know. I didn't begin caring for a while. And that election was Trump's election, and let me just say, I wasn't really looking forward to either Hillary or Trump.
What about Joe Biden and Trump? Did you vote, man?
No, I honestly also thought Trump was gonna win. I was like, whatever, man.
So why didn't you?
I don't know.
You don't even.
Look, I told you, I'm not better than you. I'm just saying what I think is better. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
Um, but I mean, even this year, I hear people are saying that Trump, they think he's gonna make a comeback.
Trump
Eh.
still has a lot of support, so it's possible.
I mean, he does, but it just annoys me. Like the current
Well,
political landscape is so annoying. Because it's just people trying to make up something to make their opponent look worse. It's like,
that's how it's always been, though.
no, I know, but it's worse now. Because it's not just gonna
What?
be like,
What?
it's
What?
not just gonna be like I lost. It's gonna be like the election was rigged.
Oh
Look-
yeah, that's annoying. But
and then
whatever.
they're gonna be like, oh, they're literally gonna use any feasible excuse to say that they didn't lose. That it was taken from them instead of being
Um,
like respectful and decent.
I mean, that's just a sore loser. That's all that is.
No, I know, but it's like the fact that the guy being political is a sore loser means that all his followers are sore losers too. It's
I
just
mean,
like
yeah.
it's sore loser multiplied by 50 or something.
I mean, that's how that goes. I mean, if you look at sports people, look at
Nah,
how
yeah.
sports people act when
I mean,
they
okay.
lose
you,
business.
you want me to be honest? One of my favorite. You remember Brazil versus Germany?
No, I don't.
Brazil versus Germany was when Brazil lost 7-1 to Germany
Oh, what game?
in soccer.
Well,
And
okay.
obviously Brazilians, they fucking they care a lot about soccer. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
My mom was watching that game. I swear they were crying. Like the Brazilians were crying. I was laughing. It was so funny that these people were like, my team lost.
Yeah, people break stuff. They break TVs. They stop talking to friends of people
No,
of like opposing teams like that. That's real. So, and
no,
I
yeah,
think
but we're getting there with politics, and I'm like, bro,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not so surprising when adult people are just whining when they don't win or their team doesn't win
no, yeah,
or
but the fact that there's like this huge precedent for it with Trump, right? It's gonna make it makes it easier for people to do it as a sense of not only defense but like yes men. They're like yes, yes, I was right. The election was rigged. Yes.
I mean, yeah,
And I'm like, man, that's so fucking annoying. Just shut
it
up.
is. It is annoying, but that's just how people feel. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure they believed it was rigged and
Yeah,
like
but that same like dogmatic following is kind of what causes people like Alex Jones and like all of them to get their not only their followings but like for for them to like cause problematic people to exist even more. Like
yeah.
conspiracy theorists are like heavily into that shit. And some conspiracy theorists think that Trump has like QAnon as a friend or something.
Who's Q? Q
You
had
know,
on.
You know QAnon conspiracy theorists.
Mm-mm.
They're like
Nope.
a big conspiracy theory group that think that someday John F. Kennedy will come back to life and they say he's never dead. He's gonna show up and become president one day and bring peace to
Interest.
the world or something.
If he came back, how old would he be? If he never died?
I don't know, probably like 80. He wasn't like
No
super.
way, babe.
He wasn't like super young when he died, was he? Or not super old.
He was born in
Oh
1917.
no, he'd be almost 100.
He would
Okay.
he would be over 100. He
Ah,
would
it
be like
almost.
124.
Only a few years off.
Oh my It'd be like 80, you know.
Or I think they mean like JFK Jr. or something, like his
Wait,
son.
is it? Why would you guess 80 when we know that freaking Biden is 70 something?
I don't know, man. Biden's been around the block.
Yeah, but that's my point. Biden is 70. Dude.
Hey man, if
Anyways.
he's alive somehow, the laws of physics don't apply to him. All right. That's all I'm saying.
He'd be like 80.
Yeah, man.
Look, that's so funny.
Um, but whatchamacallit, yeah, QAnon are a bunch of conspiracy theorists. It just so happens their community overlaps a lot with Trump's community, and they're also like, I think there were a lot of them at the January 6th insurrection. So I mean, they're just a problematic bunch, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
I
I
think okay. This is my feelings about everything, and this also contributes to why I want to be politically neutral. I feel like people should be able to believe whatever they want to believe, and I feel like as long as it doesn't hurt anyone, then there shouldn't be any issue about it, right?
yeah, yeah.
If they want to believe that John F. Kennedy is coming back, then okay, sure. Let them believe it. We'll just wait, you know? We'll wait and see.
I love that. I love that. I love that you're
Um,
like, we'll wait.
yeah, we'll just wait. I mean, like, I don't know. It is what it is. People get so mad when people believe things that are not right, like flat Earth and
Well,
shit.
I mean, yeah, but the point I'm making isn't that they can't believe in these things. is that these things do become problematic because
Why? In what way?
Alex Jones was saying that the Sandy Hook shootings weren't real, right?
Well, that is harmful. So there is issue with that.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the reason it's harmful isn't because they're believing in it. It's because of what they do with their belief. And there are people like Alex Jones who will exploit that belief. And
He
that's not.
also got. Didn't he lose his case though?
No, yeah, he lost like
He
billions of
was
dollars.
just in that, which I'm glad because that was absolutely ridiculous.
But
Um.
but the whole point is like these people existing. There's nothing wrong with them having funny conspiracy theories. The problem is like when they have somebody to like direct their to direct them in like harmful ways. So that's why I
Yeah.
find it to be annoying when people like Trump have the authority to like to direct, right? Like the January 6th stuff happened because there was someone directing them. And Trump
What happened January 6th?
January 6th there was a bunch of people who marched on the
Oh
White
yeah.
House. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I thought that was it, but I didn't know people refer to it as January 6th. I didn't even know what date it happened.
Yeah, but basically like when people would want to argue that, well, at least Trump would want to argue, oh, I didn't cause that, you know. But
I mean,
clearly,
did he cause it?
the things he was saying were like the stoking the fire, right? And you have
Did
to
he
you have to.
say? Did he say raid the palace? No, I'm just kidding. Did he say that?
I don't. I don't think so. Look, I'm not the most well versed. Okay. Look. I will.
Babe, I know you are. Okay.
I say this both as a defense and also as a way of saying like, if you push me on it, I'm literally not gonna have an answer for you. So
Oh.
I'm like the way he talks, like his rhetoric, is very like very violent, right? So people took that as like a sign to be like, hey, this election was a fraud. Let's do something about it. And they that's how you got the January 6th situation.
Well, I remember them saying that from what Trump was saying on Twitter, whatever he was saying, it was inciting violence or encouraging violence or people to
Yeah.
do stuff like that. So I get you. I get you. I get you.
And there you
Um,
have to be able to take responsibility for that. You know what I mean? Like, it, I don't know.
um, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a slippery slope.
I mean, it is, but
I'd have to. I mean, for him to take responsibility, it depends on exactly what he was saying. If he was like, we need to fight against, we need to, I don't know. It
I
depends on
think
what
it
he was
is.
saying.
It's
I'm
a
not
slippery
sure.
slope. It's hard to be like punish it, but I think it's just like that's just
Well, isn't that the thing that got him banned off Twitter then?
yeah.
That's the exact thing that got him banned because
And you know what?
of the things he
He
was saying on
deserved
Twitter.
it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can argue that, but I don't know. I mean, but something that I found interesting around that time was this is gonna sound so stupid considering like all the Elon Musk stuff going on with Twitter and stuff, but I remember a celebrity, I think it was Alicia Keys? I don't know.
I don't know.
It could have been Carrie Hilson. I don't know. It was I think it was a singer. Um, and they mentioned how banning Trump off the internet was like against like our constitutional right of freedom of
I hate that
speech.
argument.
I mean, you can hate it. I mean, a lot of people probably did, but
It's such a dog shit argument for someone to say.
part of me,
I don't know.
part of me was like, kinda, I guess, like
Well, okay,
because
it's
what
okay.
are the rules against things not being allowed? You're not allowed to say certain
Okay, so
things.
here's the thing. Here's my problem with that.
Mm.
It's against the Constitution. Everyone wants to use that. Yeah, well, tell me that when you own Twitter. If the guy who owns Twitter wants to ban you, what can you do? You don't own the fucking platform. Shut up.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They're allowed to do it. Obviously, it's their platform, and they have the discretion of allowing
And
whatever they
that's why
want.
I hate that argument, because that is an argument a lot of people will use for hate speech. That's an
Yeah,
argument people like to pull out when they're like, I want to say the N word and talk about my neo-Nazi friends. It's like, come on, man.
yeah. But if it's not hate speech, and I don't think what Trump was saying was hate speech. I think it was just stupid.
It was just harmful. Well, it ended up being harmful. So,
Yeah, but he wasn't directly
if you want
involved
me
in
to be
that, though.
honest, the most questionable ban on Twitter was Andrew Tate. Well, I still think is a scumbag, but actually, I don't actually know if they needed to ban
I
him.
don't agree with people banning Andrew Tate either, because if okay, and I'm gonna say this at you know, what do they call it? Like a controversial topic. I
Yeah.
kind of feel like everybody's just really sensitive.
I mean,
Like,
yeah. I mean, you're not the only one.
and that has a lot to do with what Andrew Tate um or why Andrew Tate got canceled. They said that what he was saying was harmful to women and abusive to women, and he was abusing
I
women by
mean,
his
there
ideology.
there is a video of him like basically like asking like telling someone to like get out of the room so he can beat the shit out of them. Telling a lady, which is literal like abuse.
He's telling a lady to get out of the room so he can beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, it's like a very concerning video. Um,
Mm-hmm.
um, so that's one of the reasons that people thought said he was abusive. It's not just like, it's a lot of hearsay, but there is a video where he was literally seen acting abusively. But
Oh.
then people were saying that he says that it was just how that they, their sex play, and I'm like, all right, maybe, but when you're like, get the fuck out of the room, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. It's like, okay, man, maybe that's not, you know what I mean?
If he says it was sex play, that's hilarious to me.
I know, right? It's
Yeah.
like if it is,
It's so
if it is, it's like okay, that's fair enough. You know what I mean? You do you, buddy. But it doesn't
yeah.
really look that way to me.
Yeah.
Um,
That's so stupid.
yeah, yeah.
He's
Uh, but there's that stuff, and I don't think he should have been banned. But honestly, it's like I'm of the opinion that I don't really, I don't really see the issue with people getting banned if they're being problematic. Like I think Trump's ban was mostly fair. Um,
Yeah, I'm not against his ban, but I'm just mentioning how someone mentioned how it was against his constitutional right, and I
yeah,
can agree
yeah.
about that. But I mean,
I mean, you could argue about it. I just don't think it's I don't know. I don't think that it's. I think it's an argument that's typically made in a false light. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
mm, yeah, I remember being in school. People free. What was it called? Freedom of speech.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the times people forget that true freedom of speech is not very reasonable.
What do you mean?
Like, it's not something that we've like truly had, truly had. And I only say that because I'm like, okay, well, if freedom of speech we're still like, on, I guess like, it's like a societal allowance, I guess is what I'll call it, right? Like what's societally allowed. Because there are some things we've like gone back on, right? There's a law in the Constitution that allows slavery. All right, there's like a constitutional amendment or whatever that's like slavery is okay, the right to own slaves.
Where
I
does it say that?
what's
Is
up?
it still in effect?
I don't think so. But I think recently, and this is a funny one, fucking there was somewhere where they like they voted to keep it in effect, I think. Um in the amendment. Section 1 of the 13th Amendment, neither slavery nor service except as a punishment for crime shall have been duly convicted. I think it was mostly to do with slavery within prisons, if I'm not
Slavery
mistaken.
within prisons.
Because if you don't know, the prisoners are basically treated like slaves.
Oh yeah.
Um, and even the U.S. government does things where they say that this veteran went rogue and decided to kill somebody, but it was actually someone that they wanted to take out politically.
Mm.
I mean, there's shady shit like that all over the place, and prisoners are treated like slaves. So I mean, like, what do you what do you expect? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, some of that wacky shit. But the fact
What?
that that stuff still exists, right? And that's I mean, that's kind of like the prejudice we have against prisoners too. Like, I don't think that's gonna get removed. I think people will be like, if you're in prison, you fucking deserve it. The idea of a second chance isn't common in the U.S.
Oh. Oh.
I don't think so. I think if you
Well,
ask most people in the U.S. if someone in prison deserves a second chance, chances are they're not gonna be like, yeah, of course.
that's a whole nother thing that I don't know. I don't really know too much about that. I think there should be prison reform, though. I don't know about. I think people who are in jail for nonviolent crimes should be free.
Yeah,
Um, the people there for violent stuff, that they should probably stay there.
yeah,
I know something that Biden is doing is he's not making it like a prisonable offense to carry to have weed on you. It's just a ticket or something.
mm,
And
yeah.
stuff like that. But I don't know. It's hard to say whether people deserve a second chance or not. You don't know people's intentions or.
I mean, I think that it's weird that I feel like the way we value lives has greatly diminished over the years. Or I think in my opinion, the only reason the government is like the only reason the government wants to keep you around is literally just that you're another facet for them to have money.
Yeah, true.
And I think that's fucked up and weird, but I mean, what do I know, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that sucks, which is another reason why I want to get away from the government.
I mean, that is why I still think Bernie was the the last bastion of
Oh my god, babe. Do you even really know much about Bernie?
no, but I genuinely think he was probably the last decent politician.
What are the things that he believed in that you agree with?
Ideas like having like decent school, like chances at going to school, right? The idea of like support from the government to go to school. For
Yeah.
for a lot of people, it's not a realistic goal to be like, I'm gonna go to school and make up my life better. You're societally like set back by your finances. You like start out with like a minus 20 on your on like something, I don't know, you know, you start out with a disadvantage because you're poor. I mean,
Mhm.
stuff like that, stuff like helping public schools, um, just generally like good stuff. And
Mm.
he did a thing where he was like, I'm not going to take, he's not gonna take like he was only taking what was it the money raised on the campaign. He wasn't gonna do like the lobbying thing. You know how they're saying like the presidential election is run on millions or whatever, millions and millions. Let me see. Let me search it up. campaign money from. Uh, where did Bernie get his money for campaign? Uh,
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melanie.
I'm hungry.
dang it, I can't find it. I don't know. I
I
thought he was only taking
offer
direct
you an
donations and he
accord.
wasn't taking like lobbies. If you know what lobbying is, it's basically just like people
Have
who
you
are
ever
like,
heard
hey,
this
my company.
analogy? I
It
can imagine
basically
a
like a
room to
company
empty
being
wearing
like,
a
we're gonna
t-shirt of
throw
blue.
money at you. Please become president
You should summon me or bequeath your
and
power.
which
Was Bernie?
Use the
Did
wisdom tome
he
as
try
your
to
tinder
become
box.
president?
he was running. Yeah, he had a campaign.
When?
The last one. He
Oh, the
lost in the Democratic voting, which
it was
sucked.
him, Bernie.
Him, okay, literally
It was
the recent
him.
him and
What's his
Biden.
name? Biden and Trump.
No, Biden and Bernie were the ones in who were fighting for Democratic what do you call it? Like
I know, but it was the three of them. All.
basically.
Yeah,
Uh
that's what I meant.
and Bernie lost the Democratic what is it? Representative vote.
I didn't even know Bernie was freaking trying to be
I know.
president.
I wish. I
And
wish.
I wonder why. I mean, the whole
I
conversation about the election was just about
I mean,
Biden,
do you
Trump,
want
and
the truth is that Democrats felt pressure pressured into taking their best chance. So Democrats
what?
voted for Biden. Bernie is socialist, and people are scared about socialism because they know nothing about it, and all they think about is weird shit
What
like
is
Russia.
socialism? I don't know what socialism is.
Socialism is more along the lines of Russia, as far
Okay. What about Russia? What part of it?
conceptually. You know the part where it's like people have an equal, kind of like equal opportunity, being like more evened out, taxing the rich more, making sure that there are decent like basically decent services for the people. Kind of the idea of like giving power back to the people.
Mm-hmm.
And people are scared of that because they're like, oh, Russia and China and this and that. And genuinely, they they the way they maneuver around it is not like is not good, and they aren't even literally like socialist, because they've kind of like taken that like the idea of socialism and like twisted it as far as they can, and they're like, we're still socialists, right?
Well, are there downsides to socialism? I mean, for them to give
I think
so much to the
there are
people.
socialist ideas that are good, and I think that's
Mm-hmm.
where the benefits come from. And that's something that I think Bernie understood. He's like, I'm not asking us to be like socialist AF. I'm asking us to be like capitalist socialism. You know what I mean? Like a mix, which we already are a mix if you don't know, of like fascism and like socialism and all that. We're capitalism is a hodgepodge of everything.
Yeah, but are there negative effects
I mean, if you're
from?
rich, okay. You're
Oh,
probably gonna get taxed more, but it'll be more leaning. It's kind of more leaning towards how Britain and like they do it. They tax you more, but you get more benefits for it. Um,
mm,
which
okay.
which I think is the right way to do it.
I feel like a lot of people would be angry about that.
Yeah, a lot of
I
people
mean,
would be
even
angry
now
about
with
that.
Biden, people are angry about him taxing so much and raising gas prices or whatever.
I mean, wait,
But
what?
it is what it is.
Well,
I
gas
think.
prices went up for a lot of reasons. It's not just him. What the?
No, I know, but a lot of people blame him for gas going
No,
up.
yeah.
That's
A
why
lot of
you
people are gonna
see
act
like
like Trump is gonna fix that problem, and you're like, come on, man.
that's why you see like a lot of at the pumps There'll be a picture of Biden and it'll say he did it or something like that, pointing at where the price
Oh
is on the phone.
yeah, definitely doesn't have to do with the political landscape overseas, you know.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
I think I think that there are socialist ideas that are really good. Like I said, there's the idea of making it equal opportunity in school wise. You don't have to be
Mhm.
rich to get into school. You have enough government support to make it possible for you to go. And
Yeah.
I think that one of the reasons we don't have that more like available in America is because the rich want to keep the poor down. And I
Um, oh, probably
I
a
think
bit.
I think that's true. I mean, if you're
I feel like
rich
it's more
already,
about them. I feel like it's more about them wanting to stay rich than necessarily trying to keep poor people
well, that's
poor.
why they keep them down because it'll keep them rich. If you have a million stupid people thinking that you're the smartest guy in the world and that's why you're the richest, then supporting you. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go back to Elon with this train, which isn't good. Oh right, I'm also gonna stop streaming because I quit because I'm just going on tangents.